Let's not waste time here. What happens when a disaster hits and FEMA knocks on your door? They aren't there for small talk. They're there to inspect and possibly take the supplies you've prepared for your family's survival. So how do you protect yourself when FEMA shows up uninvited? Stick around because this is critical information that could make or break your preparedness. Disasters bring chaos, and FEMA is the face of the government's response. While they're supposed to help, there's a fine line between aid and overreach. Knowing your rights, staying informed, and preparing smartly can mean the difference between keeping your hard-earned stockpile or watching it get confiscated. Today, we're diving into the uncomfortable truths about FEMA's authority and how you can legally protect what's yours. Introducing the challenge. When FEMA arrives, they have the authority to inspect your home and evaluate your resources. While their mission is to provide relief, their approach has often left individuals feeling cornered and stripped of their basic rights. Many preppers see this as a direct threat to their survival plans. The big question is, how do you safeguard your stockpile without crossing legal lines? It's about balancing self-preservation with the reality of FEMA's legal power. They can't just walk in without reason, but if you're unprepared to stand your ground, you could lose everything you've worked hard to stockpile. The big question is, how do you protect what's yours? First, you need to understand your rights. While FEMA agents may claim authority, they cannot legally enter your home without your consent, a valid warrant, or pressing emergency circumstances. You have the right to deny entry, politely but firmly. This isn't just about survival, it's about safeguarding what you've worked hard to prepare for an uncertain future. Now let's take a step back and understand FEMA's broader role. The agency, established in 1979 by President Carter, was designed to centralize emergency responses under one roof. Before FEMA, disaster management was a chaotic web of over 100 different agencies. The goal was noble: create a streamlined, effective system for managing emergencies. But FEMA's track record hasn't been without its flaws. From its sluggish response to Hurricane Katrina in 2005 to ongoing concerns about resource management, the agency's reputation has been tarnished. This has fueled public distrust, especially among preppers who question the government's intentions. In the end, preparation and knowledge are your best defenses. Stay informed, know your rights, and approach every situation with a calm, level head. Protect your stockpile, but remember to do so with respect for the law. In times of crisis, vigilance and preparation are your strongest allies. In the chaotic aftermath of a catastrophic event, the situation can deteriorate rapidly. Emergency services become overwhelmed, and just when you think help is on the way, a FEMA representative shows up at your door, this time with law enforcement in tow. But instead of offering the assistance you desperately need, they demand access to your home to inspect your carefully prepared stockpile of food, water, and other essentials. This heavy-handed intrusion can feel like a direct violation of your privacy and personal rights. You're left asking yourself, why is the very agency meant to support disaster-stricken communities suddenly eyeing my hard-earned supplies? The unsettling answer often lies in the government's declaration of martial law. Martial law is an extraordinary measure invoked during severe crises. It grants the government sweeping powers, often at the expense of individual freedoms. When declared, the military steps in to restore order and ensure public safety, even if it means overriding normal laws and civil liberties. Suddenly, the rights you've always relied on, like privacy, freedom of movement, and ownership of property, can disappear overnight. Under martial law, the government wields unparalleled authority to dictate how you live, where you go, and even what resources you're allowed to keep. They can enter private homes without a warrant and seize supplies deemed essential for emergency operations, all under the guise of maintaining public order. For those caught in such a situation, the experience is jarring and disorienting. Already grappling with the chaos and stress of a disaster, people find themselves stripped of the protections they once took for granted. This sudden power shift not only disrupts lives, but also deepens the sense of uncertainty about the future. Understanding the implications of martial law is crucial. It highlights the importance of being prepared, not just with physical resources, but also with knowledge of your rights. While disasters may bring unexpected challenges, Staying informed can help you navigate even the most extreme circumstances with resilience. When martial law is declared, the rules of society undergo a dramatic shift. In the name of restoring stability and order, the government gains sweeping powers to seize personal belongings, from food and water to firearms and even other essential supplies. This resets the societal framework, stripping away the fundamental rights and freedoms that form the foundation of daily life, including privacy, property ownership, and even freedom of speech. The government's primary objective during martial law is centralized control. Movement is tightly restricted, with travel bans often imposed in specific areas. Citizens may find themselves under curfews or confined to certain zones, with every step monitored. Even the flow of information comes under scrutiny, as media, speech, and dissent are censored to maintain an illusion of calm and control. One of the most controversial measures often seen during martial law is disarmament. Authorities may confiscate firearms, citing public safety as the reason, but this sparks intense debates about individual rights versus collective security. Simultaneously, access to essential resources, such as food, water, and medicine, can also fall under strict government control, leaving the population dependent on state-provided aid and further tightening the grip of authority. This comprehensive approach to maintaining order often feels less like protection and more like oppression. The suspension of normal freedoms and the imposition of absolute control can have long-lasting effects on communities and individuals, shaking the very fabric of society. For preppers and self-reliant individuals, these measures pose a significant challenge. FEMA and other government agencies may prioritize public order over personal independence, leaving little room for those who value self-sufficiency. In such scenarios, securing your stockpile becomes more than just preparation. It's a vital survival strategy. Understanding these potential realities can help you navigate crises more effectively. By preparing physically and mentally for such scenarios, you can better protect your resources, your rights, and your ability to endure during unpredictable and turbulent times. Resilience during a crisis begins with protecting your resources. Concealing your supplies through hidden compartments, secret rooms, or even underground storage can safeguard your hard-earned provisions from being confiscated or rationed by authorities. This strategy ensures that even if government oversight tightens, you maintain access to the necessities you've prepared for yourself and your loved ones. One effective approach is constructing a subterranean bunker. These discreet underground shelters can be built in your backyard and offer a secure place to store essential items away from prying eyes. The best part? Building such a bunker doesn't have to cost a fortune. With the right guidance and materials, you can create a safe and hidden storage space without breaking the bank. The key to concealing supplies lies in strategic planning. FEMA or other authorities are likely to search obvious locations like pantries, garages, and closets. By diversifying your storage locations and choosing less predictable hiding spots, such as attics, basements, or even secret compartments, you make it far more challenging for anyone to locate your entire stockpile. A smart tactic is to spread your resources across multiple hiding places, rather than keeping everything in one spot. This way, even if one area is discovered, the rest of your provisions remain intact. Consider using creative methods, like embedding compartments within walls or furniture, to further enhance your stockpile security. Avoid drawing attention to yourself. Keeping a low profile about your prepper status is crucial during times of instability. Public displays of preparedness can make you a target, so stay discreet and protect your independence. Lastly, always stay informed about your legal rights. Knowing what authorities can and cannot do during a crisis is your best line of defense. By implementing these measures and remaining vigilant, you can increase your resilience and ensure that you and your family are well prepared to weather any storm that comes your way. Understanding the legal protocols that govern emergency situations in your area is an essential part of being prepared. Knowing when and how authorities, like FEMA or law enforcement, may have the right to access your supplies allows you to navigate these encounters calmly and confidently. Remaining cooperative but discreet is key. Escalating the situation can lead to unnecessary complications. Another crucial strategy is surrounding yourself with a small, trusted circle of like-minded individuals. This network can help you share knowledge, resources, and strategies while preventing unnecessary attention. However, it's important to maintain discretion. Becoming the go-to resource for your community can quickly deplete the supplies you've worked hard to accumulate. A well-rounded preparedness plan prioritizes both resource protection and personal resilience. Discreetly hiding emergency supplies reduces the risk of reliance on unreliable government aid or becoming dependent on outside sources. This approach isn't just about avoiding potential seizure of your resources. It's about ensuring your family's self-reliance and independence during a crisis. Building a supportive network doesn't mean exposing all your resources or plans. By keeping your preparedness efforts low profile, you reduce the likelihood of becoming a target during times of scarcity. Choose trusted individuals who share your mindset, fostering mutual support without compromising your own security. True preparedness goes beyond stockpiling. It's about cultivating a comprehensive approach that balances self-sufficiency, strategic collaboration, and the protection of your household. In major emergencies, these efforts will empower you to maintain your way of life, weather the storm, and emerge stronger on the other side.